Hey guys, it's Nick Lucario back again today. And today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be doing a tier list of all of the alternate arts from Sword and Shield. I'm really excited to get into it, so let's go. Right, so we've got 5 tiers. We've got must buys. Definitely need one in your collection. Probably have one. You know, it's a good card, you probably should, but maybe not. If it's your favourite Pokemon, so, you know, if you're doing a master set of entirely evolutions, then you gotta have all the evolutions. Just mid for a card that's, you know, it's okay, but each to their own. Only in master sets for when it's absolute trash, and you should only have it if you kind of have to have the card. I mean, there's a lot of cards to get through, so I think we should probably just actually start and maybe get some of the only in master sets out, like this Conkeldurr or Galarian Berserker. They're fine cards, I guess, but they don't really excite anybody. Like, if that's your favourite Pokemon, please let me know, but it ain't everybody's favourite Pokemon. This Unknown would be the same. Like, everybody's got 10 copies of it, trying to get the Lugia. There's definitely got to be more, yeah, like this Sandaconda, like, who wants a Sandaconda? You're just wasting our time, guys. I think that actually might be it for the worst of the cards. We'll come back if we see any. So let's just start going through one by one then. We've got Beedrill. I think maybe just mid. I think just mid should be higher though. Maybe if it's your favourite Pokemon, should be second to last. I think it's a nice card. It's really nice. It's colourful. It's bright. But it's probably not what you're going for out of the set. And kind of the same with this Lilligant, which I think I'm probably going to stick in if it's your favourite Pokemon. It's okay. Again, a pretty card. They're all pretty cards, so hard to rule out like that. This Skuntank, only in the master sets. No one wants a Skuntank. Come on, get out of here. Here we go. We're starting to get into some nicer cards. So this Palkia, I think everybody should probably have one. I wouldn't say it's the S tier. It's not the perfect card. It's pretty nice. It's pretty interesting. Maybe it's just not for you. Unlike this Machamp, which is going in S tier, and if you disagree, you can fight me and Machamp, because he'll definitely win. But, like, come on. It's the best card out of Astral Radiance, really. This is... what's it called? It's the Hisuian Pokemon that climbs. I can't even think of what it's called. I forgot about this card, to be honest. Which I think says something. If it's your favourite Pokemon, you know, I'm sure some people do like it. It's pretty new. It's not in my set. I don't own one. Although, it does mean I need one. We're going to put Dialga up and probably have one to match Palkia. I think this might be controversial. I'm actually going to put it in just mid. Because I don't think it's quite as nice as the Palkia card. I like the, you know, MC Escher style. It's just kind of floating in the sky. And of course the first Charizard has to go straight up on the must buy. It's a wicked card. I've got one in PSA 10 and it makes me super happy every time I see it. But also it's, you know, a guaranteed riser, so I would definitely recommend picking one up if you haven't. Now this Lumineon might be a little controversial too. But for me, I've got to put it up and probably have one. I don't know if you guys have seen the card in real life, but it's pretty, man. It's real pretty. I think I own 2 because I packed them both. And I just kept them because they're really nice cards. Happens sometimes. However, that didn't work for the Honchkrow. That's just got to go in mid. It's just a mid card. Like, it's... Okay, so the next card we're going into is going to be this Arceus V, which is definitely probably have one. Probably over the top of all of these so far, to be fair. I don't know. Yeah, we can arrange it in order like that. Yeah, no, definitely that Arceus is a fantastic card and it's super cheap. If you haven't got one, definitely pick one up. Much the same with this Empoleon, which I think is probably one of the more underrated cards in the series. I think there's only like 3 alternate arts in Battle Styles, and it's the second best one after the Tyranitar, but it's leagues ahead of a lot of the alternate arts in other sets. These Urshifus, we're going to do both of them at the same time, just bang them straight into just mid for their Vs. Their Vs are okay, but this is where I do have to change up slightly. Both of their They're V stars or V maxes. I can't remember which ones they are. Fantastic artworks. They're so bright, so colourful. I would put them in probably have one, but I can see a lot of people not being so fussed in them. Maybe if it's your favourite Pokemon, or maybe just mid, but you let me know how I'm wrong. And our first S tier in a while, actually going to go straight in right at the top of S tier. This is one of the best cards for sure, regardless of your opinion on the whole era of cards. This is prime Sword and Shield. We got these Calyrexes. I'm sorry. They're just boring cards. To me, they're okay if you really like them. Which again, I can't really see any of you being massively into Calyrex. Maybe if you played it a lot. I know it was very playable for a while. In fact, I think I might be running. I think I might have a deck just to the side of me here that runs them, but they definitely don't run the special art versions. This is Aurora. I want to put in S tier because I really like the artwork, to be fair. Gives you that Dune vibes, the Prince of Persia vibes. It's a really nice card. But it's hard for me to put it in must buy when I actually don't own one. So I think it's going to have to go probably have one, but at the top there, just to be fair. It's Galarian Rapidash. I think a lot of people might get disappointed with me for this. I think quite a lot of people really like this card. But it's got to go in just mid for me. It's okay. It's a good card. It's very pretty, very colourful. I can understand why people like it. It ain't there for me. I don't know what you guys think on these birds, but I think they're three very different cards. And that one of them's clearly much better than the others. Let's just get that straight out of the way. Let's put the Galarian Moltres in a must-buy. That is a fantastic card. The colours on it just stand out so much. But then it's downhill. I mean, I've got to say that the Articuno, I think, is just almost a weaker version of the Galarian Rapidash, which I put in just mid. So I feel like it's either got to go end of just mid or top of it if it's your favourite Pokemon. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. I'd be quite interested to see what you guys think of all these cards. Maybe let's hit the Galarian Zapdos, which I actually think is a nicer card. It's just a little bit more individual. We're going to stick that right at the top of just mid. Just mid. Right, getting back into it. This Slow King. Oh my god. I must have like 4 or 5 of them because I just kept packing them and they are worthless. Worthless. No one wants them. So yeah, next card up is this Chansey. And I've got to say, I think my missus would probably slap me up if I don't put this at least towards the top of probably have one. It's one of the few cards that I don't own. It's my missus's. It's hers. She loves Chansey. What can I say? This Tornadus. If it's your favourite Pokemon, I don't know why it would be, because then you just like men. You just like buff men. Fair enough if that's your thing. No against it, but it's not a Pokemon. And one of the best cards again in this series, Blaziken's got to be up there for sure. Super bright, super colourful, unique artwork, not quite like any of the others. Fantastic card. We get through some of this more basic stuff. Get all these Calyrexes in mid, just mid cards. This Duraludon, I can see people liking it. If it's, I'll stick it in if it's your favourite Pokemon. It's nice. It's with the characters, with the trainer. It's a little bit different, but yeah, it's just okay, really. And now, I think if we were to take this Greedent out and put it in only Master Sets, and this Golem, which I think sits in if it's your favourite Pokemon, really, I think that would be fair. Again, nice card. It's not got that much going on. I would say that this is pretty much just big boys left now. A lot of these cards, well, a lot of these cards are promos, but a lot of these cards are just big, heavy hitters that will cost you a whack. Now, obviously, all these evolutions are going to be fairly high, you know, top of just mid, all the way up to must buy. But I think we just gotta take them one at a time and sort of slide them into place where they go. So this Leafeon I really like. I really like the colour palette on it. I like the full feeling. Fits the Pokemon really well. I'm gonna sort of stick that probably middle. I probably have one. I do have one, but it's not an S tier card. I don't think almost any of the V's are an S tier card. I think I would stick these all somewhere around here. Glacian's probably further back. Espeon higher up? And you're probably higher up as well. It's a hard choice. There's a lot of cards, a lot of really good cards in Sword and Shield, and just because they're further down doesn't mean that they aren't nice cards, you know, but it's comparing against the best of the best, so this Umbreon is probably the only S tier V evolution, though. Might regret that in a minute, but we'll see. This Medicham, very nice card. All the way at the end of just mid. I like it. It's a good piece. It's not my favourite Pokemon. I do own it anyway, so it can stay there, but yeah. This Dragonite, that's an S tier card, boys. That's an S tier card. It's so nice. Honestly, if you haven't seen any of these cards in real life, it makes such a difference. Like, they are so pretty. The textures just work so well, especially when they're printed on properly. But yeah, that's an S tier card all the way through. S tier hundo. Same with the Rayquazas. Oh, let's just get both of them in here while we're at it. VMAX is maybe a top 5 card in the series, to be fair, so that's up there. You guys have heard all about it. You don't need me to talk about the Rayquaza anymore. Noivern, just mid. It's got a really nice Batman-y feel. If you're into Batman, you're into Noivern as a Pokemon, 100% pick it up. You got a little bit of extra cash and you want a nice card, pick it up, but I think it's just mid. Leafeon VMAX. If I'm being honest, I think all of these Evolutions VMAXs have to go basically at the top. Would probably have one. Other than, I think Sylveon deserves to be higher. And so does Espeon. Not Espeon. Said it wrong. Not Espeon. Umbreon. Umbreon deserves to be higher for sure. However, the promos and all, that's on you. I have to admit, I probably wouldn't have included them in this. I don't really consider them alternate arts. They're promos, you know. But we had to pick. I think they're all just sort of the end to probably have one. They are all very nice cards. Maybe the Vaporeon's just mid, to be fair. But both the Jolteons are up there for sure. The Big Flareon, I think I actually like a lot less. Probably the top of just mid, and I think it'd be fair. I think it'd only be fair if the Vaporeon goes up there as well. So it's probably, we're missing one of the best ones, so that wouldn't be very good. The Espeon, that's right up there too. Again, sort of top 5 for most people throughout the series. Amazing card. What have we got up next? Duraludon. Is it your favourite Pokemon? Because that's where it's going. Sorry, it's just a mid card, really. I mean, I just said it there myself. Stick at the top of it, which your favourite Pokemon, because I just called it a mid card. Celebi V? Nah, you thought it was going to be a must buy. No, I'll probably have one. I don't think everybody's into Celebi as much as I am, but I absolutely adore it, and I think it's one of the best Celebi cards to have come out point blank, but it doesn't mean everybody needs it. These Mews, I don't know if this is controversial or not. I don't think either of them are that great at cards. We were waiting on Secret Arts illustrators for Mews, and they could have done such a good job. I think maybe the V is quite nice, but I mean, then you look at the illustration rare for Paldean Fates. It's obviously just come out a couple of weeks ago. They could have done so much better job. They could have got in guest illustrators. They could have just done a better subject matter. They could have just had him doing anything, and it would have been nicer cards. Breakdancing Genesect. That's a mouthful and another issue. I think the Breakdancing Genesects, I think it's got to be in, probably have one for me, but I'm not sure how high up I'd place it. I didn't buy these at the time because they were super playable, so they're kind of a bit expensive for what they were, really, in my opinion. But I think all of Sword and Shield's about to rotate out, so they're probably about to come down in value. Right, we have 11 alternate arts left, 3 of them being promos, which I'm not particularly keen on, so maybe we should knock them out of the way now. They've got to be in probably have one, just because they're Charizards. And I'd be doing everybody, including myself, a disservice if I put them any lower despite them being very nice Charizard cards. I already said, I kind of don't agree with them being alternate arts, the promos really. However, we've got two top tier alt arts up next, two of them. We've got the Gengar VMAX and the Inteleon VMAX. I love both of these cards, but I'm pretty sure you guys would agree that one of them is definitely nicer than the other. And Gengar is top 5, top 10. It's got to be right at the top of must buy for sure. In fact, for me, it 100% is a must buy. I'm still missing one to this day, and I need one. I need a 10, and I'm just being lazy. I should buy it. However, the Inteleon. Now remember, this is my tier list. It's not. I'm using you guys as a reference, but it's my tier list. Inteleon's right at the bottom of must buy. Lush card. I can 100% say that it doesn't seem that nice when you just look at a picture of it. There's not that much going on. I don't know, the Dynamax swirls and all, it just looks right. It looks really nice when you have it in person. Next Pokemon, we got Rotom. Just mid. Sorry, man. So many options they could have done with Rotom again. It's just like I was talking about with the Mew Illustrator arts. You have him turning into so many different things you've already established he can. Have him interacting with people in funny or dangerous or stupid ways. But they just sort of have him floating around. It's like, meh. Aerodactyl V. Now this is a different one. I think a lot of people really rate this card. Would probably stick it in must buy. I really rate it too. I think it's going to have to be top of probably have one. I just feel like that's a bit more fair for my personal take. I don't own one. Like I say, it's hard for me to put something up in the must buy when I haven't bought it. But you know, there are cards up there. So speaking of cards I haven't got that I should have bought already, Giratina V. Must buy. 100%. I keep saying it, but this is another one of those cards. I don't own the card, and I thought the card was horrible. I would have put it in just mid, all the way up until I graded one for a friend of mine. And my god, it looks stunning in real life. It pops way better. Like, when I look at the card on a screen, it's just like, what is even going on? But when you see it in real life, it just pops and all the textures work. Lush. So let's get rid of this Regidrago first, which I think should go and probably have one. It is a very nice card. It's definitely unique. It's its own style, but top of just mid, probably have one. What we got? We've got two last cards. I'm gonna hit the second to last one, which is gonna be this Mewtwo. Which, my god, I spent so much money opening Pokemon Go. I never hit one. And it's the only nice card in the entire set. What a waste of money Pokemon Go was, especially when this ended up dropping down to being like £15. I must have spent hundreds of pounds chasing this card for it to be like a £20 card. Well, I still spent hundreds, so I'd probably have one. And a very similar story with this Lugia. I think it's a great card to finish off on. I think it's a bit controversial of a card. People like this, people don't like it. I do like it. I definitely think they could have done a better job with it, and I would put it in the probably have one. I think to put it any lower, it's a Lugia card. You know, like, how low can you put it? Probably have one's the best place for it. But anyway, that wraps up our tier list, guys. We've quite a stacked list. Sort of the probably have one areas is where it's busiest, with a few more must buys than I thought. I've been saying that actually. You can make easy cases for a few of these to go up, but you can probably make pretty easy cases for a few of these to go down. But anyway, that's my tier list regardless. Let me know if you agree, let me know if you disagree. I'd be interested in seeing yours, so you can always head over to tiermaker.com and check it out. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.